This is my horse Cisco. He's a horse I've been playing with and enjoying for a while, and I kind of dread getting rid of him, but I do have bills to pay. He is a registered Missouri Foxtrotter. He's a 7-year-old. And I think he's just about the coolest horse I've ever seen. I ran across him at a trail ride and noticed there was something about this horse's look and his demeanor that made me think I just had to have him. When you get on this horse, it's like stepping back into a Louis Lamar book and makes me want to go rob a train or something and split half the money with him. If you was to come out and ride him, you know what I mean. This horse only thinks about two things: eating grass and pleasing me. He knows I'm boss. He's accepted that and he's okay with it. Cisco sees me every morning and wonders what his job is today, and he can't wait to do it. I really am going to miss him if I sell him. But like I said, food's got to be put on the table. I'm going to put Cisco up for sale the same way I sold my last horse, and that's auctioning him off on my website. He's had a vet inspection and a Coggins test and all those sorts of things done, and it's already posted on my website under horses for sale. And the auction is set to end 2 weeks after the release of this video, and I'll be explaining how to do all that stuff here in a minute at the end of this video, like I did on my last horse for sale. It seemed to go pretty smooth last time. Nobody seemed to have any difficulties on the bidding and those sorts of things, so that was good. If you're interested in placing a bid on Cisco and would like to come ride him, he'll be available every day for the next 2 weeks for anyone that wants to come see him and try him out for yourselves. Now here I'm just demonstrating some things he does in the round pen. He's pretty much graduated the round pen, but I just took him back to it for this video. He doesn't have anything on his head, and I'm just guiding him around with a stick. I've been using a bridle on him a lot lately, and the stick was kind of new to him, but he came back to him. I noticed the first turn he didn't quite know what it was, but all you have to do is hold the stick up by his head and he turns once he realizes what you want. Cisco's barefoot, and he has 4 really good feet. He yields well to pressure. He's really good at yielding his hindquarters. That's what makes him stay with me. Here I'm having to let the person with the camera walk through the gate. And he thought about following her, but he decided to stay with me. Watch how close attention he pays to me. Now he's done all these sorts of exercises with the halter on before, and it's not necessary to do it bridleless, but I just do it just to just to prove that I've spent a lot of time with him. A lot of these exercises I do with my horse aren't necessary for getting a horse broke where you can ride it, but it does build a relationship between you and your horse doing little things like this. And the deeper your relationship is with your horse, the less likely he's going to, do anything to hurt you when you're out in the woods alone or something like that. So all these things are good for a horse. And this horse loves to learn new tricks. It gave me just a little bit of trouble here picking up his back left foot, and here in a minute I realized why. It's because he's almost fallen off with his front left foot there, and he didn't realize it, so I pushed him back, and now he's a little bit easier about picking his back left foot up. He's real easy to shoe. He's had shoes on a few times before, but he's usually barefoot with me. It takes just a little more balance to pick your feet up when you're up on top of a tire like this. Here's another thing I wanted to show. A good indicator of a good broke, relaxed horse is a tail that that's loose, that you can lift up without him clamping it down. You can tell kind of how nervous a horse is by how hard it is to lift his tail up. Nice shot. Did you see me throw the whip on the side of the fence? He gets out of a canter just a little bit here and goes into a fast gait, which is a really nice gait, but he was supposed to stay in a canter. He does have a super smooth, nice gait to him, and a good canter. He's a little faster here than he can be. He can canter a lot slower than this. Of course, I'm still bridleless. Now right there, I just told him to whoa and kind of lean back a little bit. No, actually, I told him to walk and lean back a little bit. If I wanted him to whoa, I would have just leaned back a little bit longer and said the word whoa instead of walk. There, like right there. I said whoa instead of walk. Now, one thing I didn't teach this horse to do is to lay down like I do some of my horses. I know some people don't really care if a horse is trained to lay or not, so I decided to just not work on it with this horse. He would be very easy to teach it to, though. And on my website, I'm putting together some videos on how to teach horses to lay. It's a pretty foolproof plan that breaks it down step by step. I've got the first video up, but I'm still working on the rest of it. It should be done fairly soon. So if you bought this horse, you could take him home and watch my videos and teach him yourself if you wanted him to lay down for you. I was wanting to show off how good he is at swinging his rear end over to get on, but he just automatically got in place for me. But he'll swing his rear end over good to get on and side pass a long ways over towards you without anything on his head, just because it's just such a routine to him. Notice just my body weight can make him stop. Well, this is just my first video, and I didn't want to make it too long, but I'll be putting up another video, or maybe 2 more videos before the auction's over, and I'll show a few more things that I left out in this video. And if anybody wanted to call me and have any special requests of things they'd like to see done with Cisco, just let me know, and I can do a video of anything like that as well. There are lots of things in this video that I left out, like trailer loading and backing out of the trailer and things like that, and I didn't show in this video, but I'll show it in my next video. I was getting ready to get up there and crack the whip a few more times, but I noticed how he was wanting to follow me, and he's never really offered to do that before up on top of the tire, so I figured I'd just go with it since the camera was rolling. And he falls off here in a minute and kind of loses interest in this, but this is just another trick you could teach him pretty quick if you wanted to. He started to do it again, and he just changed his mind, decided, nah, it's not worth it. But I'd have to put a halter on him here and teach him the trick and show him what I want, and, you know, reward him for it, and it would be an easy trick to teach him to turn on top of the pedestal. when I want him to follow me, I just cluck and tell him to come here, and if I had to, I'd reach around with my left hand and tap him on the rear end. Now here I'm just trying to demonstrate how he acts around other horses and do a few different things like that. He doesn't pay much attention to what other horses do. He pays much more attention to me than he does the other horses. And this is a bitless bridle I'm using. I bought it from Dover Saddlery, and it's a Dr. Cook bitless bridle. I really like them. The horse flies are just horrendous out here in August. That's why he's swishing his tail so much. It's the horse flies. He doesn't normally swish his tail non-stop like that. There's his foxtrot gait. He does a foxtrot and a running walk. It's a pretty smooth foxtrot, so I let him do it. His running walk's just a little bit smoother. They're both nice gaits. There's not too many horses you can do this with. They're gone and he doesn't care. Nothing this horse does is rough. He has a smooth canter, a smooth run and walk, a smooth foxtrot, a good walk. You can ride him all day long and not be a bit sore. No bounce. Now here's just a spot we stopped along the interstate just to show off and rode him around, just get him some exercise and load him back up. No other horses around. He's totally by himself right now. I love how he goes down these hills like this, and he takes little bitty steps, just being extra cautious. There's a concrete floor down there, and he just went right across it like it was nothing. really a brave horse. If he was ever going to get nervous, it would be here, because this was asking it quite a lot. Well, this is the end of my first video. There's lots of things Cisco knows that you didn't see on this one, and I'll show some new stuff on my next video of other people riding him and different things like that we've done with him. Please give me a call if you have any questions. And here's a quick walkthrough on how to place a bid on Cisco if you're interested in him. Just go to my website, zaxhorses.com. And my computer's just a little slow, so you'll have to bear with me. Then once you get there, just click on horses for sale. Again, I'm waiting on my computer. Sorry for the delay. And here's the horses for sale. This is Cisco's restoration papers. His registered name is Smokey's Little Surgeon. And the video I'm making right here will be up above the restoration papers. Here is his vet inspection. You're welcome to call Dr. Sprague and talk to him about any questions you have about the vet inspection. And here's your receipt for the pre-purchase exam vet inspection and a negative Coggins. And click here to place a bid on Cisco. That'll take you over to the auction. Pretty much just self-explanatory, just like my last auction. Register to bid and those sorts of things. One more thing I want to mention again, just like my last auction, there'll be a time extension. That way, if someone bids within the last couple of hours of the end of the auction, just to prevent people from waiting till the last few seconds to place a bid, so people like me with slow computers aren't left out of the auction. So it does extend the auction a couple hours if someone bids within the last couple hours of the auction. And other than that, I think that's it. Thanks for watching.